Hello. Okay. Computer malfunction is to say the least. Live here, now live on Facebook, on YouTube. Hello. Going live here on Instagram. Hi. Welcome. And if you are just kind of coming in for the replay or wherever you're coming in from, just start to center in to the space. So today I'll be tapping into some collective sessions here. So we'll see kind of what comes in, and there'll be some energetic healing and releasing throughout the evening here. Got it on much later than I wanted to. My computer completely crashed. So welcome, come on in. If you're just kind of like peeking into this live, come join. Why not? Come sit in and enjoy the healings that come through for today. Enjoy the messages that come through. Just show up as you. Come follow the pages if you're not following them right now. And while I'm waiting to see as this kind of loads up and as people come in, if you are new and you have never been to one of my lives, it's been a while. It's been, I think, since I might have had one this year, but I was doing them weekly last year. And so it's been a minute. My name is Jenna Lee. This is my business, My Awakening Within, if you're seeing it on the channels. And so I am a channeler and what's called teacher of light. And so I tune into frequencies. I tap into altered states using different modalities. So for me, I tune in, channel, and tap into altered states depending on where I'm at. And it's just kind of like a radio wave where I just kind of feel that energy and tune into the messages coming in wherever they're coming from, if they're coming from the angelics or whatever that may be. And so I do what's called Akashic Enlightenment. I tap into the Akashic Records. So your Akashic Records is your energetic database of everything that you've experienced in this lifetime, or you can tap into the records of a place, of a land. So I tend to do that as well. And I work with what's called the Book of Truth, tapping into a higher consciousness space, a higher space, working with a unity consciousness frequency. Different modalities that I work with as well. I channel and kind of step into light language. If you're not familiar, that will probably come through today. So just come on in. I'm going to start off with this collective message and just see what channel messages are coming in here for the collective. It is Happy Tuesday, by the way. If you are just starting your week or your midweek, come relax with me. Chill out. Let's see here. This collective, whether you are watching this live or whether you're tuning in later, just take whatever resonates. Maybe there's just one itty bitty piece of info. Maybe there's just one thing that you need to hear or that is relative to you. So take that and throw everything else out, because it's going to be, it could be one thing, it could be multitudes of things. So just let that come into your heart and see what resonates, and feel free to watch us back later too. So tapping into this collective here, what is going on? So if you feel like you've been on a hiatus, like you've been going in you've been, if you want to call it a dark night of the soul, okay? There are different things that people call it. If you feel like you have been tuning into that and stepping into that space for a while, I have good news for you. And this is definitely related to the eclipse portals that came in March. Okay. There was a lot that came in March, astrology wise. So there's a lot hitting the collective, but again, astrology, like if you want to call it this, like things mirror what's happening internally, whether that's for the collective, whether that's, for ourselves. So just keep in mind that all of these things were helping to surface and to help us see and clear out things that are in the unconscious mind and the subconscious mind. I do a lot of work within those realms. When you tap into someone's book of life, their Akashic Records, it's everything once in one soul's journey. And so sometimes things kind of get a little bit forgotten, and they then can cause misalignments. And when I say misalignments, ultimately our multidimensional being and self is dropping in. Our ascended consciousness and being is dropping in, right? We can tune in and look to, we can tune in to ascended masters, to interdimensional beings, to angelics, right? But ultimately, our ascended consciousness and true self is integrating in or wanting to integrate in this lifetime. So just keep in mind that you are on a journey and that things are being released, and I actually see like June. I know we're like still only at the 27th of May, but I see June and I just see like all of these things coming in. I see all of you want to call it, the opportunities that are magnetizing in are sometimes beyond what the mind wants to maybe handle at that time. And what I mean by that is like sometimes we can put things in a box because this is like what we've seen, but things can magically come in and come into fruition in different ways. So keep that in mind, that whatever you're looking to manifest, whether you're like intentionally looking to bring in more clients and more business, that is coming in. Okay. All of these things are coming in. And all of the work that has been happening from March and April and now like most of May is integrating the release. Okay, so to me, what's coming in is like this big tidal wave, and this big tidal wave of just one thing after another of like what can feel like a shitstorm of like all of these things opening up. And I just actually saw like an egg being kind of cracked open. So if you were feeling in March and April that you were like, oh my gosh, there's so much that has literally cracked open in my life, well, that's good. That's good because now things are releasing and integrating and processing in the background. What may have looked like I'm going to step over here for a couple months is now coming into this space I see in June, like boom, 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 all of these things kind of coming in. So I have my angelic cards here, and there are codes in the card. So as you look at it, just see wherever your eyes kind of go and resonate here. And this is your heart is a healer. So there's a big message coming in as far as like who each of us are. And so, I have sometimes called myself a healer, but we are all healers. Okay. We are all healers. We are the ones who are actually doing the work. So we can go and step into some sort of support session, whatever that looks like, whether you look at an energetic session, you go to therapy, like wherever you go, there's opportunities for these modalities to help reach in parts of us that we we didn't recognize before, we weren't aware of, or maybe we weren't aware, but now we're seeing it from a different lens and a different layer, and we're willing to receive that. And now we choose to step into that light, that truth of releasing, that truth of presence. Okay. So that is part of the reason why I do, when I do, talk about myself, I connect to and say, being this teacher of light, because we're all healers. And part of my, what I do is I help step into presence and allow people to remember this template of that presence, stepping out of whatever was happening in the past, and just to be able to now step into their truth of who they truly are today, right? So let that settle with you. Let this space of knowing that you are a healer resonate within your heart. Again, take what resonates, but you are the one doing the work. You're the one who steps out of that space and say, I'm going to step forward in a different capacity. Or you have free will to go back to those old patterns and ways of being, right? So where do we want to be, right? Do we want to be, right, this healer? Your heart is the healer, right? Or do we want to step back into old ways of being, right? Dom, I see for the first time. Is this your first time here at this live? Is that what you mean? Welcome if that is. Welcome if this is your first time here. And feel free to subscribe to the channel. And if you are looking for a healing or a reading, mini one, let me know. Put that in there if you have a question. I'm just finishing up a collective one right now, so it could resonate, but just drop that in there and just, whoever comes in, drop in your question, or if you're looking for a healing, that as well too. So just tuning back into the collective here. I'm going to pull another card as I'm just feeling into, I'm just hearing gifts come in. So again, if you're tuning in later, keep in mind what resonates. Okay. I'm hearing gifts. I'm hearing like, there are things that are opening up. I'm seeing like third eye open. Like I'm seeing third eye can mean a couple things. Third eye can mean, right? It's an energy center. It's all one. We're all one energy. Okay, so when we look at the third eye, that's connected to perception and seeing, right? But it's also opening up to like our abilities to tune in and connect into higher realms. And I'm hearing like things are opening, but we need to ground in that information. Like, what does that information mean? And I'm just hearing like the mind kind of run a little bit, and like, what does this mean? Was that me? Was that ego? Did I really receive that? Okay, so ground it in, guys. When this is happening, I 1,000,000% have been there. And I see your comment there, Dom. So I will get to you in a quick minute. Just this is so important when we are opening up. What happens is people sometimes are like, I want my third eye open, or I want to connect into my intuition. But we have these lower chakras, all these energy centers within our body that are holding imprints of what we've experienced in life. And when we don't work on them, what happens is now I'm opening up my third eye, and now, by the way, I'm seeing things from lenses and experiences and filters of the past. So it doesn't mean that my intuition isn't real, but by the way, it could be very overwhelming, right? Like I could be experiencing the field. I always say like I'm an empath, and for whoever this is, I'm an empath. And when I walk into spaces, or if I have walked into spaces and I have felt the energy in the room and I'm not working, there's something that is activating within me. There's something that is triggering me, that like my field has a reason. My body, my disconnect is saying I need to search the field to figure out, am I safe? And I have this experience connected to a PTSD. I went through PTSD. So I know what a mind body disconnect is. And as I worked in this healing journey, I started to realize that unhealed empath side of me was connecting into all the experiences that happened to me when I was younger to say, am I safe? Am I safe? Is it okay to be me? Is this going to happen? Okay. So when we're opening up our intuition and our abilities there in our third eye, keep that in mind. There are things that we are opening up, but if we have not worked through the other areas, we could be open all the time. And that's not how I flow anymore. I flow when in intention. And if there is something that does come up for me that I'm feeling, I go into my body. What is that? Oh, what is that? Let me check in. Don't judge, right? But feel and acknowledge it so that I can start to work through that space. So it's, huge with empaths, that we don't, like, the normal is not to be turned on all the time, right? Like, what are we scanning in the field where we maybe had to do that in the past and need to kind of work on some of those lower chakras. So yeah, for some reason that was coming through. So if that resonates with you, I love that. You are inspiring. Oh my gosh. Thank you. Thank you. If you're not subscribed to my channels, guys, hit that subscribe button. I would appreciate that as like a energy exchange here, and appreciate that very much. So okay, see your message there, Dom. Healing, love, and light, please. Okay. All right, so we have a mini energetic session coming in here. Just grabbing in some fuel and some water. So are you still here, Dom? Just do like thumbs up. Yes. Something in the chat that I could see. And whoever joins here as well, if you are open to receiving as well, just like a energetic yes, you can hit that like button as well. That always helps. And hit the like button, hit the hearts, share it out, all of the good stuff. But here for Dom specifically, just let me know you're still here. Let me know that you're still here. I do not want to connect in and start sending in energy if you're like, you go somewhere else and then you're driving and you're like, what just hit me? So let me know. And while we are waiting there, if you guys are coming in new here, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Today, what I'm offering is just some energetic sessions, some mini energetic sessions, or some readings as well. I'm in what's called Akashic Enlightenment. And so feel free to put in your name here. I haven't heard anything, so I don't know. I believe they may have left. But yeah, if not, I will just kind of continue on this message here. Yeah, let me go back into that collective message. And as you are coming in, if you're looking for a mini reading or healing, just type that yes and what you're looking for if you have a question. But if not, this collective here, or if you're here or you're coming in later, there is something to be said about expression at this time. I know that expression it always feels like it's like something that comes out when I see when I tap into collective, because it's like, where am I at? Where's my true self at? Okay. And how am I relating to the world? Am I fitting into am I fitting into the mold? Am I nervous of stepping out and telling a friend that this is what I'm interested in, or this is what I'd like to do? Is there some sort of I don't want to call it necessarily like a codependency, I'm just seeing like an energetic cord running between like my heart and like other people, other situations, even job. Like I'm hearing like it's feeling like I'm connecting my worth to my job. And but like, by the way, I want to go out and do this thing over here. Like this is not serving my heart anymore. I'm not feeling connecting and resonating in with that anymore, that like that journey anymore. And like if you are having any throat symptoms, like I'm feeling it, it could be just in the emotional field. I tap into the emotional field, and so it could be that, or it could be actually like physical symptoms. So if you're experiencing physical symptoms, then that might be really, really kind of connected in there to you. So something to kind of keep in mind. So expression feels really, really important now, and stepping into who you truly are, and just I'm seeing you take a toe and dabble in, and then I'm hearing take a leap of faith. Yeah, beautiful. Okay, so loving. Okay, so Suzanne Stadler. Oh, okay, awesome. See your question there, Suzanne. So I will just start to kind of tap in and tune in here. And if you don't mind, I'd love it if you subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. You might already be subscribed, but yeah. Okay. So what I have coming in here. Whew. Okay. Is my new path the right path? So I'm just tuning in here to you. I'm actually just like kind of connecting in here. Okay. They're showing like a winding road. Like whether that's something that you might be stepping into very soon, or you just stepped into this like quick turn, like you just stepped into this path very quickly. And it's like it feels like my mind and body's kind of still trying to catch up. I also can tell the shift in frequency in what you're like. I see more paths coming in your way. So it feels like the journey that you are on right now is going to evolve very, very rapidly. So when someone asks if something is the right path, okay, what comes in and what wants to be said is, what are we doing with the information? So is there really such a thing as like wrong path? Okay. If we are using this information here to say what it is that we do not prefer, okay, and use that to navigate and step into true self. And I feel like there is going to be a very quick pivot for you, either that you just took a quick pivot, but I see two paths coming in and decisions on like taking, it feels like another quick pivot is coming in within the next month. So if you do respond in the chat, by the way, if you don't mind, like yes or no, if things are resonating, feel free, you don't have to. And if you do put that in, what is it that you're saying yes or no to? So if you're like, yes, quick, whatever it is, one word or whatever. So I feel like what is coming in the next month for you is, okay, I'm using this pivot to tell me there's like all this information that I'm digesting. Okay. I'm like processing in the background. Also, do you do any healing work? My hands are on fire. So if you, and when I say healing work, because we're all healers, do you do any energy work? And if you don't, okay, yes. Okay. Okay. So I'm working with Suzanne right now. So I see that Dom came in here. So Suzanne, I'm tuned into your energy here. So Dom, I can get to you after because I didn't hear from you. So, So, okay, Suzanne. So you just started a new business. Okay, do you do any energy work? My hands are, are your hands heating up? If you don't do energy work, are your hands heating up? Because there is an attunement happening in place. Or you do energy work, and I feel that. So okay, you just started a new business. You're psychic medium. Okay. Okay. um Beautiful, beautiful. Okay. It feels like the next month, the information that you're going to get, there is going to be another pivot. This business, this overall step is feels really connected in your journey, was what I just heard. I don't know if you do energy work, but if your hands were not heating up, there's an attunement that's happening that you may just, by the way, this just happens, by the way, when I work with people, sometimes there's just like by divine appointment, attunements just start happening. So just keep in mind that you may start to have another pull. You might start to see like an interest in other things. And what I'm hearing is just being open to that flow, because this new business, like when we step into like a new business, any type of business, we're just like, we might be second guessing. Where are we creating from? Are we creating from, hey, it's new, we're looking to make, money at a certain point and pay the bills. And so sometimes we just start doing things. So what I'm hearing is this next month feels like it's a time to really process. And I think that you're going to have some new revelations on things that you're going to want to start doing in the future, or like really soon. So if you're not doing energy work now, I see you doing it. So, but free will, right? Again, if that's not something you resonate with, then that's fine. But yeah, it feels really, really good. It feels like what I heard is there's a part of like you connecting into a depth of another person that, that how does this want to come out? You're a really deep person, and when sometimes people come in for readings, you not what is coming through is you not only want to just kind of help them, but it's like helping their soul realize who they truly are, right? It's like a depth. It's like, and not saying that not every psychic medium can't have depth, but it's like a soul-led depth, a heart-led depth of not just like answering someone, but like helping this guidance into their own truth, right? If that resonates. But I kind of see the way that you might pivot, or you might want to think about pivoting, is relating to that. So just keep that in mind, that yes, it feels really, really good. But things within the next month or so, you may start to kind of see, I feel like there's something adding that I want to do. You may even want to pick up a course, or something, not saying that you need to, but you may find interest somewhere, and you're like intuitively, I feel like doing that. To, step into that, lean into that curiosity is what's coming through. So it feels good. So hopefully that helps there, love. And yeah, I'm so excited for you and your new business. Oh my gosh, I love this. Yes. Sending all love to you. Okay, so Dom, are you still here? Let me know. I know you said yes. That was a few minutes ago. So just type yes again. For those that are still here, hit that heart button, hit that like button. Come hang. Let me see here. Let me also put up here for you guys if you're interested, as I'm just waiting here for Dom. My site is up, myawakeningwithin.com. So I do personal one-on-one sessions. I do a lot of things. So I do Akashic sessions one-on-one. I do attunements to interdimensional beings, to angelics, which is it's a healing modality. It's an angelic unity consciousness, and a 6-month program helping us to rewire and understand our subconscious and shift in the present. So take a look at that if interested. I also have a code that, if I can put that up to you. Okay, see you there, Dom. If I can put, I have a code here, and the code is birthday 20. So that's 20% off, because it was my birthday. And so use that code for any personal session. Awesome, Dom. All right, glad to see you're here, and you are looking for healing, love, and light. So there was no question here. It's just energy. Is that what you're looking for? So if that is, I already feel the crown opening up once you said yes. Anyone else who is also here, send a telepathic yes if you're also open to receiving energy as well, as there is some light language that I feel coming through, and I feel it in the crown and third eye very much so. So if you don't have any question, Dom, but you're just looking for energy to help you shift or to just be, that can be done as well. So just put a yes in there as well, just so I make sure you don't have a question. Yeah, I'll just do some energy if that always feels good. Whew. Feel that heart too as well. Okay. Dom, are you looking for energy healing? I see the light language coming in, so I just want to start. You may be already feeling the energy. I see. Yeah, if you guys are coming in here, hit that heart button, hit that subscribe button. My name is Jenna, and yeah, whatever you need. Oh, it's whatever you need. But yeah, okay. All right, so just relax here. If you guys are tuning in and you said a yes as well, right? Just relax here. Start to center into that heart. And just activating all of the heart portals in all dimensions, times, and planes. Resting those eyes. Just letting the gravity of the day just move away. Just allowing yourself to be present, to receive, that we're worthy of receiving. Just being present in this space. Knowing that your expression is the highest form of love. Just letting your body just drop in deeper into the frequencies of love. Letting this remembrance be witnessed within the body. Just calling attention to that throat, that expression from that heart. Feeling that expression be washed away, washed through with divine love. And then receiving infinite love, drop in deeper into that throat. And just starting to bring your presence back into the room. Just coming back into the room. And feel free to open up those eyes whenever you're ready. Whew. Just feel that that heart just kind of, that heart opening. I know that you mentioned here as well that there were some decisions. So just what I'm hearing is the heart. I don't know if you have any like lockjaw or like tenseness in the jaw. Okay. I'm hearing like decide with your heart. Okay. So there's just like I feel torn, but it's like, what do I truly want is what I just heard. So sometimes so I don't know if you have any physical stuff in the throat, but it just feels like things that true expression is like kind of being dimmed or by circumstance. And yeah, I'm hearing lead with your heart. So I'm not sure how you're feeling, but definitely a lot of energy coming through from that crown. When receiving energy as well. Again, this was like very mini, but a lot of things shift. So lots of water will help process. And even though it was a short piece, we are the healers. And so when we decide to make decisions and shift, that can be like our permanent resonance and state of being. We can stay in that bliss, that freedom, right? So just allow things to kind of process and integrate. And so sometimes it takes a few days to kind of process and integrate. So hopefully that was helpful there. I feel that channel, really opened up. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it was last weekend. Yeah, so so just kind of offering in some appreciation to people, and so yeah, absolutely. Yeah, feel free to check out some of my other things as well. Feel free to kind of pop in or out. I'm going to, unless someone has a question here. Any other question? I'm just going to kind of do another, just kind of end it with this kind of collective message that wants to come through. Yeah, I am feeling, I'm going to pull a card. I am feeling a lot of processing from the collective. So going into June, I just heard like, don't worry. So whoever this is for, right? You don't have to be here. You could be rewatching this. Like, just know that everything is going to work out. Okay. Everything is going to work out. There are things happening behind the scenes that we may not know about for certain reasons, because sometimes when we know about them, we can sometimes, get in the way, be our own block. is what I like to call it. So there are things that are happening. And so keep that in mind. Embrace your divine right to heal. Oh my gosh, there's so much about healing. Earth Warrior. Okay. This was coming in before here. Like, so there are codes here. Just kind of take a look at the card. Yeah. Earth Warrior. There is a really big message coming in. Sometimes life can feel really, really fucking hard, guys. Okay. Like I'm not gonna sugarcoat it because this is a very, really some intense stuff coming in. Sometimes things can feel like it's like that is the only out I have. This is like I can't see it any other way. Okay. That this pain and suffering is like this is it. Okay. And the way that I'm going to come in and approach this is from some of my own personal experience of being in very, very dark spaces and being in dark nights of the soul. You want to come in, calling it dark spaces, where that is the only way that I saw it. Okay. But we see things through, we have perception. Okay. We have like, where are we seeing it from? Okay. All of the things that we have been conditioned to learn, all of the things that have happened to us throughout life, like, and that conditioning is still in the subconscious, okay, until we work through it. So sometimes when things come in and it feels like one thing, because I'm seeing like being hit with like one thing happening after another, and it's like I'm just like done with like all this hitting me. And so what I can say is we can just tackle things one at a time. We don't have to tackle everything all at once, but taking a step to approach and heal and release things that aren't even ours anymore or are not ours, right? Maybe our understanding of life or things that have happened to us. I personally have had repressed memories under the age of 11, not remembering anything. And I chose, to fight it for a bit, to hold on to those things. But the truth is, and where I'm at right now, this is the present moment. This is reality, right? So where am I reacting from, or where am I going from? And that is an important piece to remember, is that in this journey called life, is that things will happen, ebbs and flows will come in, could seem more challenging. It could seem like there's like no light at the end of the tunnel, but we are, if you believe in incarnation, I see it. I do the work in the Akashic Records and kind of all that. I see coming into this journey and learning things that help in other capacities of life that I don't know about yet. So I didn't know that I was going to take all the work, all the healing work, all the work that I did on myself to then turn it into like a business. You know, I didn't know that was going to happen. I didn't see that going through all of these aspects of and releasing aspects of my identity and attachments and working through and understanding where I'm creating sometimes the problem would then help to benefit, to help other people to start to open up, to shift their ideas and perspectives, and to start to come from truth and true self outside of all the BS of everyone else. So keep in mind like that this might be a focus. This might be what is being seen right now. And that is being filtered through all layers and layers and layers of things and other people's stuff and experiences. So keep that in mind, guys. This could just be for one person. This could be for like you have something that pertains to you that might happen a month from now. And navigate, give yourself grace to acknowledge emotions and feel it and navigate through that, but then also come back in, do the work and come back into true self, come back into allow yourself on this journey to feel happy and joy and like feel that peace. And maybe you've never felt that before. You know, I never felt a deep resonance of peace, that of stillness within the mind, because I was always chasing like external validation. So I didn't know that. So you do the work and you work through the things that make it seem like we're not whole, make it seem like we're broken, and we're not broken. And so the work is so powerful. And whoever is kind of even a piece of this that's kind of just channeling through, let this just be like an opportunity to like, okay, what is it that I can tackle at this moment? That's it. Just do that. You know, I'm not an expert in like mental health, but I experienced PTSD, and so I can just say you can like be really fragmented, and so you just take it one step at a time. There's a bit coming through on like mindfulness techniques as well, and grounding energy. So that Earth Warrior card was also telling me like to ground my energy more, which could just mean go out in the grass, put your feet in the grass. If you can't get outside, visualize roots coming in the bottom of your feet and spiraling down, and visualize energy going from your head all the way down past your heart, through your legs, down into the ground. Anytime you have excess thoughts, visualize that thought, and visualize that thought going down, 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 down into the roots, into the ground, and do that as much as you can. So hopefully that helps. I'm just going to pull one more card in here and just kind of see where that comes in here. So blessing the journey. Okay. So there's just some codes here. Blessing the journey. And I love that this card came out at the end of like that, all that channeled in. And so, right, we sometimes don't see the journey when we're in it. We just see like, oh, this is it. Like, right. This is all that I can focus on. I can't see the bright side out of it. Right. But there's the if you want to call blessings at the end. So I call my experience with PTSD a gift, because I recognize how present I never was in my body. And so when I take that and I really, really, truly believe it as a gift, because now I can see what true presence is. And I can see if mind starts to go over here or there, worry about future and past. Like, I know I have the tools and the awareness to come back in within body and work through that and navigate through that. So, and teach that to others as well, like kind of teach the work, right? Step into working with someone's Akashic enlightenment and helping them to see the resonance and frequency of presence, so that they can remember who they truly are, right? Which is all it's about. We get into, right, someone's book of life and what has happened to them, all the things that have happened or that could happen, right? So taking that information and sorting through, and what are the misalignments, so that we can help someone to just see their true selves, right? Like, just be present enough to say, okay, this block is coming from this mindset. These mindsets were learned. This experience happened, right? Let's release that. Let's move forward in a different way. And people step out of sessions or move forward in ways where there's like a self-realization of, oh, this frequency of presence, this is truth. Now that I have physically remembered that, I'm going to operate and create from that space. We a lot of times don't realize that we're creating from a source that is learned. Okay, like I attached my corporate job to my identity, and I worked 60 plus hours a week. I was making good money, but my quality of life was really poor. So I was creating that reality because I attached my success to my value unknowingly. I wasn't like, well, if I make more money, that means like I'm really worthy and valuable. Like, that was not the words in my head, but in conscious creation of action was really showing that. And as I started doing this work, I realized that, oh, okay, that's what I was doing. I was chasing this external validation, and it was learned from places, from experiences, from dynamics in my life, that from when I was younger, and that solidified in. So I'm subconsciously, unconsciously creating that reality. So take this in, use this opportunity to say, okay, one step at a time, right? One moment at a time. That is all it takes, no matter where we are in the journey. Like this, whatever it says here, the blessing, the journey, right? This is a journey. Things don't come overnight, and everyone's in different parts in the journey. And so you just take in what feels good with who you feel like may support you, and maybe you switch, and maybe you work with someone else that supports you, or maybe you work with a modality yourself and that's supporting you, right? So be in the journey, guys. If you're tuning in and you're new here, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. I am just ending out the evening, but if you are watching this, rewatching this back, and you are enjoying this, I'll be live on Tuesdays going forward. I'll be consistent 5 p.m. Every Tuesday. I plan on going live, so feel free to come back. Also, feel free to check out my site, myawakeningwithin.com. I have it dropped in there, as well as I have an event coming up. So let's see if I can put that. So feel free to click this. It's a activation. It's a 3-week journey starting next Friday, working with the solstice portal, ending on summer solstice. So I was at Stonehenge last June, and I was in the middle of the stones, and I received a lot of energetic activations and an energetic knowledge. So coming into this summer solstice, it's going to be a 3-week journey. So there is a healing aspect to it, but it's also an activation of remembrance. So if you feel connected in to Stonehenge or sacred sites, or there's just some curiosity that you're like, I don't know what she's saying, but I'm just curious. Check it out. Go to the QR code here. It's also on my website under events. So check that out there. You may be interested in that. And I do group attunements that are starting next Thursday, guys. So if you experience the energy during this session here, and that felt good, part of that coming in was the aquamarine crystalline light healing. And so these attunements are a series of 9 attunements. It's group. So it helps with the price there. So feel free to take a look at this to learn more, but it helps us connect into our true self, and you can attune others in the future if you so choose to. But if not, you help to clear out your field. You help to connect to your true self, your true light being consciousness. And yeah, it's a beautiful journey, guys. So thanks for tuning in, and I look forward to seeing you next week. All right, take care, guys.